in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Happy Monday, everybody. Happy December. Welcome on in. Welcome back. Hopefully, you had a great long weekend. We're with your family for Thanksgiving or whatever you're doing. But appreciate you guys tuning back in. Let's finish out this year strong. Lots to go over today, pre-market. So if you got any questions, always feel free to send them in the chat. AB, what's up? Good morning. Future FX, wonderful day indeed. Futures 2.0 update is live. Chris, good morning. How you doing? So I teased it last week. We'll get into it today, and then we'll get into this pre-market price action and all that good stuff. But for anyone that's unfamiliar, Futures 2.0 is my full VWAP strategy, which is on ASFX TV. It came out about a year ago. You guys could also go to Trustpilot and check out the reviews on it if you want to see that as well. But update to it has been added. So now there's 19 chapters in it. I think I added 3 or 4 more chapters, and they're beefy ones. I mean, you could see where we looking. Just straight one shot, 27 minutes. Could it be 2 chapters? Sure, but let's just make it 1. Where else are we? Where's the overnight VWAP? Bang, another 27 minutes, just right into it. No cuts, just pause it when you need, all that good stuff. But I really do stand behind it. I don't want to shit talk the beginning half. I made this first half obviously very good, but I am proud of the new chapters. I think it's simple, clean markups. You should understand it. I hopefully didn't go too fast. So if you guys want free access to it, because it's free, just click the link in my bio or go to ASFX TV here and just use code FIRST and you'll get your first month for free. And then with that, you guys can also tune in to the live streams. Right, we'll be live today on ASFX TV in about 40 minutes or so. Like we're live every day at the open. We even have afternoon streams on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's all free. Just click the link in my bio. First month free. Right, so go over when you have a chance after the trading session. Of course, don't be watching Futures 2.0 while you're trading. You're not going to soak it up. But in the afternoons, get it done by the end of the week. And then let's really finish out the year strong. All right. Good morning. But yeah, I was stressing. I was struggling. I had it all set and ready to go. I was just waiting for the new chapters to be the cover pages of them, right? Because VWAP bounce had been out. I added a new one. So now this is chapter 11. But this used to be chapter 11. So I just had to change them all, and I didn't have them on hand yet. So we were just punching the clock. I did it this morning. So it's live. Go check it out. And like I said, if you go to Trustpilot ASFX, I mean, you can maybe even, can you do that? Can you keyword search? Let's go to all those reviews. You can. Ray, the course is very informative. I mean, this is November 7th, 3 weeks ago. Wait until Ray sees the update. Yeah, you can maybe go to search futures 2.0. I don't know if that's too niche. There you go. So go read all about it if you're hesitant. But like I said, it's freaking free. So wouldn't waste your time. Definitely not going to waste your money. It's free. But now let's get into the charts. How did we all do last week? It was a short week for me. I traveled up north on Tuesday for the holiday. So I wasn't on stream Tuesday. I streamed from there on Wednesday. Nothing on Friday. So a pretty dry week. But Monday we did good. I guess we could take a look at that real quick. I had Wednesday as well while we were on stream with Randy and James. But what was Monday? Monday battle. Did that really just say on Monday I made $12 and Wednesday 48? That doesn't even cover the Uber to the airport last week. So maybe we're technically red last week. But what was Monday? Monday we had this NQ long, clean, got out way too early, but it was a nice bullish structure, right? If you're going to go through Futures 2.0 today, which you're all going to, right? That we have a nice bullish pop. I mean, damn, it's all buyers at the open. Still no breaks of the opening range, right? Because it was still setting at that point. But these ultimately holds this New York VWAP that there was a nice long opportunity in there. No breaks, kind of slow. We missed it. Whatever. Now we get the first break of opening range. But buyers are definitely still holding that in. And then we get these small higher lows. Any long around here would be nice, right? I just happened to time it just because I saw it stalling and not leaving the station. And you can see the exit here in the notes here. I made a video on it. Got out as Austin got out for his payout. I don't know. Still looks good. I don't know. That's not a reason to get out of a trade. But we were just celebrating that on stream. So I got out of my trade to focus on that. But definitely left some money on the table because it's a very small win relative to how Nicely, it moved up, but is what it is. That was that trade, and I think I took a shit one later. Yeah, I shorted it then later on, right? You can see my long back here where I took out this of the move, could have just taken out this of the move and probably been done. Right. But since I made so little on that exit because it was just not a great exit, let's keep on trading. Like let's get that P&L up. And it's not presenting me longs at this moment. So impatience, I guess, set in of like, well, I can't long it here. So let's just try to short the pullback, which again, I do think it wanted to pull back a little bit, but it's a tougher trade. It doesn't have to do that. I did give it a good stop loss where it didn't just get stopped out at high of day. Otherwise, I would have maybe gone back in and taken two losses. But it did even give me a chance to maybe protect my ass and move stop to break even there, right? Or close it there. So maybe it didn't even need to be a loss, but the long was the better play here, right? Break of high debut up, go continue trend. But I'm just fighting the grain. So we gave some money back on that. You can see I was up 115, very small from that first win. Give back 250. So now I'm 140 on the day minus. So let's just scalp a little long here. Make it back. Now following the trend, saying, okay, new high, pull back, break of high day, let's go higher. And a great exit on that one, fortunately, because you could see it came back down as well. So putting some pieces together on that day. And then I flew out Tuesday. Wednesday, I was streaming from home. And we had the short on stream again. Not terrible. This is on the electronic trading hours. And again, this is all pretty much broken down on Futures 2.0. This black view up is the overnight. And you can see that's now a new chapter because it wasn't very heavily discussed in the initial launch of the course, that trading overnight view up. There it is, a half an hour for you, as well as the view up bounce, which there's going to be bounces with the overnight in there, right? There's a lot of everything. So that was this setup here of saying, yeah, I could see the short there just because I think the better markup is here, the regular trading hours. You can see I got to be in short there in terms of new low of day, pull back to New York. Let's go make another new low of day. Like trend is so bearish. Look at all the sellers in control today. And it tried, but I think that's where this electronic trading hours really shows the bigger picture of like, oh, we were actually up pre-market. This is just a pullback to go back higher. Okay, damn, I was fighting the trend. But you don't always see that if you're on the regular trading hour, just zoomed in from 9:30. So that's why there's a whole chapter on it of when you get them both to line up. And I had a markup on it, not a trade, but look at ES at that moment as well when I'm trying to short it. ES is right on that overnight. So definitely not bearish. This looks like higher high, pull back to make the higher low, go make the next higher high. So trend is clearly bullish over here. Should not be shorting an indice when trend is bullish overall, even though you're technically in all of this mess, right? Below the New York, which is the blue view up. So again, maybe it's because I'm trading from home, but also I put it in my DRC. If it had moved lower from this regular trading hour perspective, I was like, yeah, I got to be in that. I mean, it's clean. It's not chasing the first break of opening range, but it's now going to get the second one. Sellers even take the low of day view up. All right, yeah, let's go. So again, I don't hate it, but now I think when you see it lose, it's easy to maybe understand, well, yeah, duh, look at this. So it's still not an amazing trade where it's like, oh, that looked super clean trending. I don't know how that lost. No, I can see how it lost, but worth the shot. And then so we had to what? Bounce back to a long, trade to the trend. Nice pullback. I get in before the break. This is like a bounce play, just seeing these higher lows and settling down here at the start of a new 15-minute candle. Trade back up in the trend. Battling. Ellipso, what's your strategy with VWAP? Do you follow the trend or trade reversals? So it's trend trading. It should be trend trading. What I'm saying, what we were saying Monday, yeah, this Monday short, it's not in the strategy. Like it's not in the course because it's fighting the trend. It's just like a feel and an opinion because I look at the left side here why I put it in the markup. I think where I short it, it's this one. No, this is the long. So this is the short up here. I'm just like, this is so high up. It's so far from view up. It has to pull back. Like this can't keep going higher. I need to short it back down. It can keep going higher. And it does keep going higher. The trend is higher. Buyers are in. They could stay in. So that's fighting the trend. The one prior, when it's bounced off of New York, following these higher highs, higher lows, that's the strategy. But I strayed from it in the afternoon. But like I said, you have to be a member to Apex TV, but it's free. Get your first month free. We're running our holiday promo right now. You get all of December with us, close out the year, and you get access to all the strategies, not just mine, but also the live streams too. And I'll just give you a little sneak peek of just what it looks like, right? Because it doesn't look like my normal markups. Oh, and I put my face in it this time because you guys said there was no face in the initial one, but I made it small. But just looking at the markup side of things, I draw it like a kindergartner. It's like yellow, here I am, orange, okay, green, now you're safe to go. Right? Just trying to make it as clear as possible. Writing out these thoughts because I was asking Austin about it. I just don't know how it works. Turning this into a PDF because there's a bunch of markups in here that I don't read from these notes in these videos, right? Multiple breaks of low would have you up. Good stop loss above previous structure. I'm not reading that out loud to you. You guys know how to read. I'm talking over these, but if you were to go screenshot and save these markups, that would be the notes on it. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking about how can I turn this into a PDF so you just have 100 markups right in front of you that you can just go read and study. But then if you get the PDF, you send it to your buddy. Well, fuck, he's not supposed to have it. So I don't know how that may work. We'll see. Yeah, like I said, you got to be a member to Apex TV, but all good. And then anyone grab any top one accounts over the weekend? What was it, Thursday when they launched the Trade-A-Bait? I think it was, right? So now if you guys go to top one, the sale is still 57.5% off. If you use code Evan, the link like I said is down below. I'm still trading the instant fundeds, but the Ignites are back. So if you guys want to buy an Ignite account, and also the bigger news, like we were saying, Trade-A-Bait and Ninja Trader. Since Project X will be going away in the new year, you're going to have to migrate over here eventually, but you still could technically trade on Project X for the time being, for the next, month and change or so. But let's just say you go with the new Trade-A-Bait on a 50K Ignite. Let's go buy one of those suckers. $398. Put in code Evan, 57.5% off. $170. So you get a 50K instant funded account for $170. And if I'm not wrong, you can copy trade now 6. So you can scroll down here and see the new Ignite. Yep. Copy trade 6 accounts. I made a video of this on my YouTube. It's a 15% consistency score, not 20. So make sure you keep that in mind. But you can copy trade 6, and everything else is pretty much the same. Drawdown's the same. Obviously, the cap on payout is different, but like rules to get that payout, the only thing different is this 15% consistency rather than the 20 on the instant fundeds here. And with the sale here on the regular instant fundeds, you can now, for the 50K and 25Ks, copy trade 5 over 3. So same thing, 289 if you use code Evan. So quite the deal. But I know some people definitely like the Ignites. If you've never taken a payout, if you're trying to go get your first feeler on any instant funded account, the Ignites could definitely be appealing. It's a $2,500 payout target for a $1,000 payout. Right, but if you take a $1,000 payout to 6 of your accounts, that's still $6,000 off of 170 times 6. I'm going to round it up and say 1,000, even though it's less. So $1,000 into 6,000, not a bad day at work. But yeah, definitely keep in mind the consistency. I think you want to make no more than 375. If you guys buy a 50K account today, the Ignites, to make the 15% consistency, no more than 375. All right. But yeah, like I said, Trade-A-Bait, there it is. So you guys can still trade on Project X. It's up to you, I guess, at this point. But at some point, you'll have no choice. It'll have to be Trade-A-Bait. I've been trading for a year with lagging indicators, but since the past 3 months, I'm learning order flow. Is it a better sign to with a top one or familiar or trade with own funds? Is it better to trade with top one or trade with own funds? I mean, I never advocate for own funds if I don't know the person, because I don't want to steer you wrong of just throwing your money out there in the wind. That I normally would say, yeah, go with top one. It's just, like I said, you could go find out if you're ready and where your skill is at for $170 rather than load up 5K of your own and go lose it all. So you said been trading, and especially you said you've been trading for a year. If that's like your whole career, I would not say trade your own personal capital. Probably not ready, but again, you know yourself better than I do. So Tough to say. I think just with the top one or any of these prop firms, with the low barrier to get in, the low risk of the most you stand to lose is the 170 you just put in. So that's a lot more comforting than loading up $5,000, hoping you could just multiply that by 10 just to find out you can't and you're not ready and you just lost $5,000, you know? So it's like ease into it slowly but surely. And then similar to Futures 2.0, I've said it before. I don't really say it all the time, but any of you that buy a top one account ever have or soon buy one, you get access to this trading academy that I did for them on here. So on top of Futures 2.0, you get another hour of me talking about my strategy similar to in here. So lots of content and answers that you guys need are all available, I think. But now look at this trading view, looking all weird with fucking Thursday, dry as hell on Thanksgiving, like the turkey without any gravy, and then this just short session on Friday. So it's going to look weird to start the week. I'm not really going to use a previous day's New York view up, I don't assume. That'll be from here. That's not even from there. Where's 9:30? What am I looking at? This is 9:30. Like, I don't know. That's just strange. So we'll just trade the black line in front of us. This is the overnight view up today. Nice little move. This is on ES, top to bottom on ES. We moved 60 points. Not the craziest of days, but it's pretty volatile. Not even looking at the Wednesday, Thursday, just a pretty decent day. But definitely sellers in control. This is also kind of what the trap I fell into selling it on, we were saying Wednesday or Monday? I guess it was Monday, right? No, it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday when I was home. On Wednesday, right? ES, like we said, had looked more. So let's go to NQ because that's what I traded. I sold it here on Wednesday, saying sellers are in. We're going to move lower. You just look back to the left. It's like, could it? Yeah. But like trend is still up. So this anywhere around here could just be the higher low to go make the next higher high. So that's why when buyers stepped in, it wasn't too surprising. So it's like I'm just never surprised when buyers step back in and continue the trend, that it really should take a lot of information, a lot of convincing to make me want to short it, because it's just not a selling market yet right now. So like I'm not saying I'm not going to sell it today, but just because we move down overnight doesn't mean it's going to have to be a bearish day. We could settle in down here. This is our next higher low from back here on that Wednesday, right? And we go make a higher high today, this afternoon, tomorrow, whenever. And you'd be like, yeah, why did I try to force the shorts? Like the shorts are just short-lived in terms of like that's the bearish price action. That's the pullback. And then buyers step in. That's the bearish price action. Then buyers step back in. Bearish. Then buyers. So the shorts are in for a little bit, but they don't just carry and continue and run and run and run. So if we stay underneath this view up today, sure, I'll probably be looking for shorts. But I do need to game plan. Well, if it gets above, that would make sense too. And I might want to find longs back up in the trend. It's a Monday, though. We're going to let the opening range set. Like I said, I'll be live on AceFX TV in about like 20 minutes or so. Austin will be on. Randy will be on. It's Randy's birthday, actually. So we'll all greet him very nicely. But like I said, you guys can tune into this for free. Same thing when you guys use code FIRST. You get access to the Futures 2.0 update, but also every live stream that we have for the next month. So hopefully I'll see you guys on there today. And then see what we can find. We'll see what we can find. You don't have to apologize for asking so many questions. You should be asking questions. Appreciate it. And that's also, like we say on AceFX TV, on the streams, it's like I said, and you could even ask people and probably read it on Trustpilot. I know I'm shoving this Futures 2.0 down your throat. It's not just like miracle working. You have to still work at it. That's like, here's the strategy. Here's everything you need to know. You can still study it and get better at it. But still, I think come to the live streams, ask questions, understand why we're taking these setups, why we're passing on this one, how are we managing this, where does the stop loss go? Just trading it live with us every day. That's really where you'll find the most growth, rather than just watching this on your own and then going in the darkness and trading it. It'll help, but I think the real power and strength is like watching this and then tuning into the live streams. That's all. So it's like watch it and then trade it with us. That's going to be the real moneymaker and the difference on understanding my perspective on it, Austin's, Randy's, taking the setups live every day that you just learned. But he said, "Do you trade multiple assets or do you concentrate on one and try to master it?" I trade just ES and NQ. I only added NQ, I want to say recently ago, but probably now is almost a year. I think it was last January. But Austin just trades ES. Randy, I think, tried NQ, scratched it out, and is just back on ES now. So we're all on ES and NQ, but they're the same to me. I'm not like watching ES, oil, and gold where it's three different price actions. I'm watching ES and NQ pair together to make a decision. So yes, try to master it. Just get in the flow of how's ES been moving. What's the trend like? What range are we in? Yeah, for sure. Booyah. 2K, what up? Is that Luigi? Who is that? I know that icon. I know that profile picture, right? I feel like that's Luigi. Maybe I'm wrong. And I definitely don't trade YM. Probably gonna even stop watching it too. It is Luigi. Look at me. You'll trap Luigi. Can't get those profile pictures by me, no matter how much you change your name. I thought I knew. But yeah, I'm pumped. Back at the desk. We got some full trading weeks ahead of us. Close out the year strong. I was, like I said, off last week on Tuesday, back on Wednesday. Thursday, everyone was off. Friday was shit, so it was just spotty. But now we got 5 New York streams this week, 3 afternoon streams. Futures 2.0 is live. Top 1 sale is still running 57.5% off. I feel like there was another update. The keynote speaker for our Tampa boot camp is getting announced on Thursday. Just so much happening. Psyched. So yeah, Thursday we're gonna be announcing the Futures boot camp keynote speaker. Tickets for that are still on sale. You can go to AceFX. Probably Biz, right? Austin would know better than me. I'm just the pretty face. I don't know the website, but I think 50% sold out right now, and it's in May, so quite some time. Quite some time. Do you trade right from the opening of the New York session, or do you wait for the first most volatile time to pass? These are all great questions, and you'll find them all out on stream. So I do suggest, like I said, it's free. So I would suggest tuning into today's stream. You'll see. I'll answer it. We don't normally rush into trades in the first 5 to 10 minutes, even 15 minutes. I try to let the opening range set, which you'll see in here. In Futures 2.0, the key levels that we're watching and the opening range, I try to let those first 15 minutes set, but doesn't mean I don't sometimes take a trade in the first 10 minutes, but I'd say 92% of my trades are, yes, 9:45 to 10 a.m., as I think everyone should be. Could you make money in those first few minutes? Sure. But how consistently can you make money versus losing money? That sometimes you just get the unknownness, the volatility spikes, your stop loss just gets stopped. That's just like, especially on a Monday, it's like, let's see the story unfold. Tell me what maybe wants to happen today. It's been bearish overnight. If buyers just rally and step in at the open, that's going to give me some information that I want to use. If they just continue selling lower, I'm going to say, all right, there's no buyers today. I should be looking for shorts here in a little bit. So I think it's just smart for anyone to ease into it. Just because I'm at the desk at 9:30 doesn't mean the cleanest trade is going to present at 9:35. Market doesn't care, And yeah, like you said, the volatility, you can find a great entry and just get smoked. But you also find that when you look through all the markups, that like the long we took 10:28 on Monday, but there was one earlier at like 9:55 in here. What happened the Friday prior? 10:26. The one on stream with you guys remember Tanner was going long, and I just sniped the short off of New York VWAP. But there's shorts in here as well that Austin took for trying to get his payout. That was at 10:05. But like you look at all this, first 15 minutes of the day, absolute trash. I never take the first break of opening range. You'll read about that in Futures 2.0. So not getting into there. First break of opening range high, not getting into there. So the first maybe entry idea is here at 10. And that's still pretty sideways. So it's up in the air what you want to do there. But either way, I think the more information, the better for any of us. No matter how good of a trader you are, you're going to probably perform better off of more information. That, I mean, so many times it's choppy at the open. You come back at like 1 o'clock and you're like, "Ah, we're obviously buying this. Like, I'm not even guessing. I know I want to buy it. So now let me just wait for the spot I want to buy it at. But like on days like this, are you shorting it? Are you longing it? Okay, we're back in the range. Okay, go long again. It's like, whoa, slow it down. And if you guys remember last year, they're not on there, but Futures 2.0 updates huge today. But also for the OGs that have been here since last year, like I said, the thumbnails aren't going to be there. It's unfortunate. But last year I did 25 days of trading, a series on my YouTube channel where there's going to be a daily YouTube upload every day this month until Christmas. So starting today, day one, 11 a.m. Eastern, after our ASFX TV streams, a new YouTube video is going to drop. So make sure you guys are subscribed to that as well and check it out. But they're also, let me see if I can pull it up. He sent it to me today. They're Christmas themed. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Look at that fella. So this is day one. If you guys remember from last year, we're going to have some Christmas thumbnails. Anyone know what movie this is? Anyone know? You better know. So we got the power of VWAP bounces today. But this is day one. Little Kevin McAllister looking ass. So make sure you subscribe to that. It's just that it's Evan Dyer. Like I said, every day at 11. It'll be up there, so definitely check them out. But yeah, it's a challenge. You know, trying to get you guys daily videos with a fucking thumbnail like that the editing team has to go crazy for. But it's fun. I think they enjoyed it last year. I sent it to them. Yeah, I sent them this. I'm not going to show all of them, but whatever. Fuck it. Come on. This was last year. All of them last year. So I just get turned into all the Christmas movies, pretty much, and all the thumbnails. There you go. So every day this month, 11 a.m. First one's already locked and loaded today. Come back tomorrow. So you got daily YouTube uploads. You got daily live streams. The Futures 2.0 strategy. I don't know what more you need. You know, that's the best Christmas gift I can give you. Everything is free. Free. Yes, it's on YouTube. Joe Burrow, yeah. Do I? Let me just see. I kind of. I mean, yeah, that looks like Joe Burrow in his lesbian phase when he had some blonde hair. He's not my daddy. Who the hell is this? What the heck? It was our defense, all right? It was our offense, more importantly. Our defense was fine, actually. The offense was just non-existent against the worst defense in the league. But it's all right, because if you watched, Steelers lost yesterday. So we're still chilling in first place, you know? Austin's like, how many more can you guys lose? I'm like, as much as the Steelers lose. As long as if the Steelers lose 4 and we lose 3, we're fine. I want to win, but we're really just shooting for that division because it's a crapshoot. The bigger news, and if you're going to bring that energy to me, you better bring that energy to Austin on stream today. The Eagles lost. So the Browns are their daddy. So I want to hear that same. I'm going to bring that energy on stream because I can't let that slide. Terrible. On Thanksgiving, too. The day after, Black Friday. Just bad. Bad. But we got 20 minutes until the open. We're kind of trying to return to this overnight view up, which is where I like to get interested. You'll see it when you go through the strategy this afternoon. That moves happen from this VWAP. I want to be positioned around there rather than chase lows down here or chase lows down here, right? It's going to be higher probability when you're trading at this VWAP rather than away from it, right? Because imagine this. You short it at the overnight, you make money. You short it now when it's moved away on a strong, crazy ripping day. Yeah, it keeps going lower. It doesn't matter where you sold it. Anywhere along here, you'll make money, right? But on maybe a weaker day or a failed push, if you sold it here, you could still make money in this little bit of move. So if you're at the VWAP, it's probably just a little bit higher probability that you could scalp some money out of it, right? Because imagine you sell it here, stop loss there, you get stopped out, and it still falls. It's like, what the hell? Why did I lose? Like, I was right on it going lower. It's like, well, maybe you just got a lower probability price because you're away from VWAP. So that's why when I could let the open range set and we can come back to this New York VWAP like this Monday trade like we're looking at, right? Could I long it up here? Sure. Immediate drawdown. Even if it does eventually work out, just immediate drawdown. Or I chase it up there now because it looks so good. Immediate sideways, right? I'm trying to catch it after it's pulled back closer to this VWAP. Now get me in for the next move, right? So not only is it trend continuation plays, but also price is what pays. So I could be as right as rain as it. We're going to go lower today. Well, if I sell it when it's taking a pause on the shorts, I'm fucked. Oh, it's Hector. You guys and your names can't keep track. Yes. Austin should get that. BTA wore black to their funeral. Good. I appreciate it, Hector. Good man. Yeah, that was crazy. He was texting us all the time. He's like, man, we probably should win. I'm like, are you sure about that, bud? You're losing right now and you have no offense. So riddle me that. And then they lost. Good stuff. Made the holiday. But yeah, the Ravens game was ass. I was saying the only thing that would be better if the Ravens won and the Eagles lost, then I could really talk my shit. But now I can only like half talk it. It should have been a fumble against the Giants. If you remember that a few weeks ago. The same tush push bullshit. But also, I would appreciate it for anyone that's new. If you've already come back for previous streams, if you do go through Futures 2.0 today and this week, which I appreciate if you did that. But as well, if you go and leave a review, right? Short review, doesn't matter. One sentence, paragraph on Futures 2.0, the strategy, the streams themselves, anything, right? Anything just to give me feedback, right? What did you guys want more of? Like I said, I built an update to it, listening to what I think you guys wanted more from the original. So what did you like about it? You can always feel free to DM me if you're in the Discord on what you thought there'd be more of, what you want more of, what's not discussed that you think we still trade a lot. I mean, I think I put everything in there. I didn't leave a VWAP out or a time frame out or anything like that. So I don't know what you'll think in terms of what it needs more of. I don't think there is anything, but feedback always welcome. All right. Ariel left a review a month ago. Appreciate it. Courses are good, but the live streams where you can get the market analysis. There you go. That's what I said. Favorite part, to be honest. So go through it and then tune into the streams. It's not you pick one. You do both. That's the magic. You watch the strategy and tune into the live streams. If you only tune into the live streams and don't know the strategy we're trading, you're fucked. If you just watch the strategy and just trade it on your own, probably still fucked. So do them together. But now we're at this VWAP, 15 minutes until the open. And so who's saying it earlier? Like it's more like this. I'm not gonna trade it at the open, but like the one time out of 10 days where I trade while the open range is still setting, it's because we're already like at the level I'm already interested in. You know, so let's just pretend this is market open right now. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm kind of looking for a pullback to this level. We're already at the level. Let me give it a swing. You know, where other days when we're away from VWAP at the open, I'm like, let's see what happens here. Let's see if we gravitate towards it. Do we continue away from it? And then I'll make a decision. Again, I'm not gonna because this could do whatever it wants on a Monday morning. After a bank holiday, new month, last day of the year, last month of the year, not the last day of the year. But yeah, finish the year strong. Like I said, even with the top one accounts, I said it in October, I'll say it again in November, and I'll say it again right now in December. It is an amazing deal, whether you buy the instant fundage or the ignites, but you can copy trade 6 accounts. So let's just assume you do buy all 6, or you buy 3 more if you already have 3. Same with the instant fundage. You can now buy 5. Let's assume that you do. Keep those until 2026. Do not burn through these in a week or two. Right? Obviously, try your best to not do that. I don't think anyone's trying to. But there's not even that. Put in the parameters. If now that gets a little bit tricky, I guess. If you're still trading on Project X, put in a max daily loss so that on this 50K account, you have $2,000 of drawdown. Put in a max loss of $400 so that you take 5 terrible days of trading before you lose this account. That way you're not having to re-up on December 7th, again on the 14th, and just, whoa, that 57.5% deal is great, but I just spent $1,200 3 times. So yeah, do it once. Look to carry these accounts for 3-4 weeks. You need to make $3,000. Shoot for $1,000 a week. That could be $200 a day, $300 one day, nothing the next, 400 the other. Like, just piece together singles, trade it well for the rest of the year, slow and steady. All right. I'd love for you guys to buy a million accounts. I'd hate for you guys to buy a million accounts because that means something's not clicking. So cautious, careful, slow. Just because it's a great deal doesn't mean we just buy 20 in a week. Take the time with them. It's an investment, $1,200 or whatever the hell we said it was. That's okay. I know the return from this, the potential payout from these accounts. That's all right. So what's the rush? Let me just take 3 weeks. Let's minimize the downside on my slow days. I'm not chase setups trying to force this payout by week 1 or 2. Let me just see it through the long term. And in that way, we're not just funneling money every single week out the door, So that's my advice. If you're buying them today to start a new month, you should still be at break even, small red, or close to payout come Christmas. And any of those are fine. That's a great outcome. If you still have the account 3 weeks from now, you haven't lost it, even if you're not at payout, it's a small little W. You didn't lose it. But if you just blow it by Thursday and Friday, yeah, we're going to have to re-up and probably going to lose them again next week if you lost them that quickly. So don't let me down. Don't let me down. And now with Tradeovate, I know it's a little bit tougher. I'm saying max daily loss on Project X. Is there a max daily loss on Tradeovate? I feel like someone said you can. I'm not sure. But either way, have the manual, walk away, discipline. How's the BSC doing this morning? Andrew's already in a trade. Multiple trades. Randy took a long last night. Come on. All right. All right. Any last questions? Any confusion? What can I help with? What do you need? We'll be jumping over to AceFX TV here, like I said, in 5 minutes. Austin's going to fire it up. I'll tune in with him. And we'll have a nice stream today with Randy as well. It's his birthday, so bring him some wishes. Took a loss overnight, so he's going to need it. But appreciate you guys hanging with me pre-market. I think I covered everything. I answered any question, any confusion. The update's out. The streams are free. YouTube videos every day at 11. Top 1 sales 57% off, 57.5% off with my code. There you have it. There you have it. Quite a time. What a time. What video will you be looking at when the market opens? Walk around and find out. Tune into stream. But I'll be looking at this one in black. It's anchored to the changeover of day. I call it the overnight view up because anchored to the changeover of the overnight. But also I'll switch to the regular trading hours, and we'll be looking at the New York view up, which is anchored to 9:30 New York open. Like you could see on this Monday trade. This view up is from the open. All this is blank because this is New York open at 9:30. I'm looking at this blue one, trying to find longs off retest off it or shorts underneath when we're bearish. And then the whole idea with this update, like I'm saying on Futures 2.0, we could be above the New York one here, but still below this overnight. It's like, now we're being pinched. This isn't telling me to long it, but it's not fully telling me to sell it yet. So if we're below all view ups, we'll find some happy shorts. Marciello, how many new videos do we have for 2.0? I believe it's just 3, but they're beefy. They're longer than any other chapter in the course because I probably could have cut them up because, like you could see, reading the higher time frame, 4 minutes, 51 seconds. Again, that's old. That's why we did an update because it wasn't as heavily read when this came out, reading the higher time frame. And then even like the view up break 10 minutes and 13 minutes, view up bounce 8 minutes, but it's like now you got a whole nother 27 and 27 and 9 minutes. And then I redid chapter 4 just to clear up the chart settings and all that good stuff. Are you guys going to be releasing a view up indicator on TradingView? So it's probably not going to be on, I don't know. That's why I redid chapter 4. Because if you guys remember, the Lux Algo one was in there, and they pulled all TradingView pulled all third-party indicators, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It's not my indicator, so I don't know all the details. But we might be able to get another one on TradingView, whether we script it ourselves. I don't know. But as of now, no. So here's the free way to do it, because I do it for free. Like I just told you, like you go in like the top left here in your TradingView, on the 5th one down, where you get like your long and short positions here. Under volume-based anchored VWAP, just add it to your toolbar here, and then I want to anchor to this low of day. Click on it. There's my low of day VWAP. We're taking it out right now. So it's okay. We're underneath this overnight VWAP, taking low of day VWAP. Let me go short. Takes 10 seconds to manually do it, So hopefully we do get another one that comes out and automates it, but I think you guys could all survive without it for now. Chef, what's up? Good morning. Did I change my picture too? Where was there a picture of me? I don't know. There's no pictures on here. I'm the man behind here, but there's no pictures on here. Like I said, I added my camera to it. Where's this man looking? Just because it was like one guy said it last time. It's like, I just wish your face was on it. It's like, whoa. I don't think that's the point of it. I think you want to be looking at the charts and the things I'm saying. Oh, at the introduction? Oh, I think I did think of that, Pranav. You're ahead of me. Did I say I was going to do that? I might have. So yeah, in the introduction, maybe I'll redo that today or tomorrow, sometime. Yeah, I'll update this. But it didn't need to be out for the launch, so I'll update this in silence. But yeah, there he is. ASFX, long hair, 110 pounds, started trading in 2018, traded Forex, CFDs, and now futures. Hell yeah. And even this, we have more current pictures than this. This was in March 2 years ago. We did the Tampa event, we did the Dallas event, did a bunch of shit. So we'll beef this up. That's for sure. Good looks, Pranav. Good looks. Good for looking out. But all right. Appreciate you guys. Way to hammer all the questions in the final minutes. If you got any more, bring them to ASFX TV. Like I said, link in bio or the code's down below. It's absolutely free for your first month. So hopefully I'll see some of you on there. And hopefully you guys will watch Futures 2.0 sometime this week and shoot me a DM with some feedback or criticism. If you fucking hate it, I don't care. Just let me know. I'm not going to change it because you hate it. Just want to know. But let's go over to ASFX TV. We're holding underneath this overnight view up here in black. So, like I said, we'll switch to this. This is on the 15-minute, by the way. I'll split screen it here most likely. And we'll watch this 1 minute at the open. See how we pop, continue lower, who's in control, and let's have a great week. All right, we're trading some top 1 accounts today, also a TPT account right here on TradingView. So let's have a good one. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you go over here and make yourself known in the chat. And let's have a great week, all right? I'll be back here on Wednesday pre-market. And then, yep, see you guys on ASFX TV. Appreciate you hanging out with me pre-market, all right? See ya.